Hello everyone, welcome to 60 Seconds Reatomize. This is a very simple game and I thought I need recording content and I have nothing, so here we are. We gotta survive a nuke and live in a fallout shelter with our wife, 2 kids, and us, the husband. We can play as any of the characters because we are playing all 4, but who knows, that's us. Alright everybody, 60 seconds on the clock. Go, go, go. How do I grab? Grab, grab. I don't understand it. I need my family! No! Come with me, child. I can hear my annoying daughter. Where is she? Come here, you! Water! Water! What did I get? I don't know. Not enough. I couldn't figure out the buttons, even though I did the whole ass tutorial. Jesus Christ, I have a whole bunch of stuff at the bottom right. I got 2 food, 5 water, a gun, an axe, flashlight, and briefcase, and my whole familia. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use the stock supply instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had soup dinner party, another time we need the rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. 1 flashlight. Well, looky here, one of us must have hid this inside the suitcase a while ago. It was so lucky when we took that suitcase with the gun. We don't have that much food, no one's complaining yet. But even canned soup might become an extravagant dish quite soon. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. Time for rationing. We can all starve at the moment. But water is important. Oh dear, we remembered we planned on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Alright. Day 2. So, we're fine. We drank a bottle of water, we didn't use any gear, and I have a stubble. I'm looking great. Day 2. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. There isn't anything bothering Mary Jane, and today's been fine for Dolores just fine. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Tim is being very brave. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. Well, we can't leave then. There isn't a lot of space down here and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks gets loose today and reveals a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source of the stench? Of course! I hate the bad smell. The bad smell is for criminals. Day 3. We looked into the hole fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it and we gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. One soup. Ted is fine. Mary Jane isn't causing any trouble, and no one troubled dared to cross her path. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today, and Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Water. Water, food, water, food, water, food. That's my goal right now. Our neighborhood's still highly radioactive, therefore we cannot leave. And surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers we've never dreamed of. Day 4. Get out of here, fly! It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Ted says there's no need to worry about him and he's okay. Mary Jane isn't causing trouble. Dolores is doing well and Timmy's on his best behavior. Things are going well. Nothing today. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Ted's strong enough, right? Yes, Ted is strong enough. We'll give him a gun. Timmy and Mary Jane are in some need of physical exercise. Letting them run outside in the wasteland seems a bit too adventurous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. It's not like we have any expensive vases or antique dishes down here broken. Should we let the kids play? Yeah, go for it. What could they possibly break? Day 5. The kids were ecstatic. Watching them play is a real treat. They looked happy. When Mary Jane pushed Timmy around, he fell face first on an unopened soup can that was hidden in the corner of the shelter, behind some empty bottles. What a lucky day for us. And we're sure Timmy's face will it'll be fine. One soup. Ted says there's nothing to worry about him. Mary Jane's fine. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this would have been written, and Timmy's okay. Time to ration supplies. We all may eat. The good thing about soup, it should technically count as water. We need to make a choice for today's expedition. Which one of us best fits to face the wasteland and survive? Ted. I will give him a gun. Oh, look at that. You will have a gun. That's not a gun. There it is. Godspeed, Ted. Ted left for the surface, and we hope he'll be back. He brought the gun with him. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. There has to be some water left, Dolores says. And Timmy would prefer apple juice, but we need to get him some water. Oh, good. I can just do this. I might as well feed them all. Mutated rodents are attacking our supplies, and we're not sure if they're rats, feral bunnies, or just mutated hamsters. All of these options are pretty grim, and we could use some spare ammunition or something else to get rid of these pests. Rats will be murdered with an axe. Here's Dolores. 1 week in! We got little drawings, and her hair is getting wavy. Open. Finish your soup. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. I guess we're gonna reach the top of the food chain. And that's good for us. Everyone is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's been awfully silent today. This is very unlike her. Should we try talking to her? Of course. She's our daughter, after all. We're gonna spend the next 24 hours speaking with her. She's looking rough. Nothing solves problems but an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to do the trick. Mary Jane seems fine today, but hoping it'll stay that way. Dolores is fine, and Timmy is good. No one's asking for food and water yet. I don't have any of this. After all the days we spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad. Real bad. It didn't bother us until we noticed it too, and now we're about to get sick. So why not take a shower? We don't have soap, but there are other alternatives to consider. Bugs poison, bug spray, gas mask, ammo. That gas mask is probably the only good one. I don't have either. Ted better bring back some gnarly shit. Guys, stop being sick. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting wouldn't be hard. It would be like a camping trip. It will. Oh, no, that smells just terrible. Don't puke, don't. A suspicious looking stain covers part of the page. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Mary Jane has contracted an illness. Dolores needs water and has gone sick. And Timmy needs a drink. Fine, everybody. Water, water, water. Blah, blah, blah. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere, and they're in our soup. They're in our water. We search some of them, keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. Can't be like this. It's time to make war. 10 days. Ah, he's returned. Sick as oh my god. We decided to get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever our body parts could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we've underestimated their chances. They're really fast, and we have achieved all we achieved with getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. Ted's back. He brought a gun. We let him bring that gun. And our house wasn't the only one to suffer. Most of our neighborhood was destroyed by the blast, and the street was completely covered with piles of rubble. Chunks of walls and roof tiles, a rare passerby in a gas mask can occasionally be seen from a distance scavenging for supplies. It appears that Mr. Jenkins from down the road was brewing his own moonshine. We discovered a few bottles that suggest a high percentage of alcohol, but the stuff tasted like water, so we assumed he failed. Or did he? Mary Jane, sick. Everyone's sick. Ted is hungry, tired, and infected with something. I don't know if I should send anybody out this time around. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome, and we spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be best to play something simpler. Day 11. We have no way of getting medicine for these people unless we send them out. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everything got bored of the letter W. Stomach, coughing, tired. Okay, water. Ted needs food and water. Mary Jane's messed up. Sick, sick, sick. We're gonna send out Dolores, just in case. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day, when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads, anyways. Shoot. Everybody pick a corner. Stop being sick. Memories or not, we need to keep our heads clear and get a grip on reality ahead of us. Ted's stomach is grumbling and he has not recovered. And he is still tired. And everyone else is still sick. Bro, why are you so hungry? Good luck, Dolores. There's less people in here now, guys. So, calm down. Everybody pick a corner. Stop being sick. Dolores is on her way to the surface, and let's hope that she'll make it back. She took a lot of gear. Oh boy, everybody needs water. Only having... Oh, I shouldn't have gave her water. I should have gave her soup. 1 minute, it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. If we're going to survive this, let's just sleep on it. It's been 2 weeks, guys. This is an unhealthy family. Hey, he's fine! Look at him go. We can barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Mary Jane could use some food. Timmy should eat some food. Timmy needs blankets. He's shivering all the time. Time to ration. Food. Food. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It'd be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. That's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy has had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. I don't have a radio. Hello? Why do I hear a phone? If there's one thing we need to do, it's use radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside, waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. And Timmy is hungry. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave, and he needs to get a drink right now. Ted is hungry. Everybody can have some food, but that is it. Ring, ring, there we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go answer it? Get out of here, Timmy! No, the star! I didn't read the star. I thought it was gonna put me to the star. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the cellar. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley, and we had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side, and we hope they will get back to us. Ted looked like he's got 1 foot in the grave, and he needs to get a drink right now. Ted is no longer hungry, though. Mary Jane's gonna die, probably, and... everyone's thirsty. We have the most curious visitor today. One of them was making the sound of galloping horses using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companions was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way to in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map. We do not have a map. Ah, boy, we have quests. No! He didn't make it. Well, R.I.P. Although we tried to decline politely, the guests were clearly offended as they galloped away waving their wooden swords and screaming something about cutting down shrubberies. Absolutely crazy. Aren't there any drugs we could give Mary Jane? Mary Jane keeps fainting. And if we don't do anything about Timmy's sickness, it might get worse. Too many days without water took their toll, and Ted died of dehydration. No more food. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listen to some reasonable answers. I don't have a radio! They're all gonna die. She's back. Break or use something in the fallout shelter. The flashlight! No! You dang person. They say ignorance is bliss, and another day without any clues is what's going on. Dolores has returned from the wasteland. Atomic wastelands are hostile by definition, but they are some creatures that survive everything you throw at them, even nuclear bombs. One of them was a monkey who seemed like it'd been through a lot, and yet it was very lively and more than happy to accompany us on our expedition. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away, only to come back moments later carrying a can of food. Couldn't open it himself, but was happy to share it with us. More food. And at one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. Quick investigation revealed a few bottles of water. No one even tried to open them. The same couldn't be said about those bottles of booze lying next to them. Curses! Flashlight's broken. Mary Jane's fainting. Everyone's dying. Water and food, water and food. We gotta keep sending them out, otherwise we're gonna run out of supplies. While Mary Jane was rummaging through our belongings, she found a single plant seed. We have no idea what kind of seed it is, but maybe it's the start of something great. If we're lucky, it might be an apple tree, or a cherry tree, or something edible. We need to use a bottle of water to plant it. How about that? I might as fucking well. Get those bones out. There goes nothing. Soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days' time. Let's just hope these seeds don't turn into some useless flower. Mary Jane's optimistic, though. She's sick, no longer thirsty. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores' health has not improved. I think they're gonna die. Dolores needs food. So, I will give her food. Get out of here, Timmy. You're gonna get us all sick. Take this axe. Stay in the fallout shelter for 20 days. Look at us. We got green and red, green and red. Losing my mind. Goodbye, Timmy. You will be back, hopefully. Dolores needs to eat. Mary Jane is, sick. I gave up the axe. When Dolores came back from the expedition the other day, she had a tiny scratch on her leg. It didn't seem serious at the time, but right now it's quite a terrible sight. She might lose it. I gave away the axe. Oh. Why is RNG attacking me like this? Why? Why? We didn't do anything about the infected wounds. After all, our ancestors could survive without all that fancy medicine. They didn't. Why should we listen to the doctors? Dolores is looking more sickly, though. Mary Jane's gonna die. She wants water, all that fun stuff. Dolores is sick. Can't get a good night's sleep around here. Yeah, whatever. Just drink some water, child. Is there anyone who could rescue us from this hellish situation? Nope. Sap, you're not reading them all anymore. That's because they're repeating themselves. I don't have a radio, guys. Is there anything we need to do to use a radio on a regular basis to catch an emergency? It's either that or strolling around outside. All that fun stuff. Might as well eat. Got nothing else to do. Oh, get out there, kid! About to put you to work. Oh, she might have blew up. The last thing we expected was a giant explosion. We could hear the debris falling from the sky and hitting the sad remains of our house. The tank must have been booby-trapped or contained volatile explosives. Why did we do it? Why? Dolores is gonna die soon, and she's dead. No soup for you! Whoever dies trying to fallout shelter is a genius, but can't. Whoever designed this fallout shelter was a genius, but we can't really tell if that green stuff dripping from the pipe is an included feature. Should probably try to do something about it. Suitcase. die in your fallout shelter. Yo! He's fine! My boy! We grabbed our old suitcase and shoved it under the pipe. Seems like all the liquid that was supposed to leak out did so during the night. On the bright side, we don't have to worry about the smell making us sick anymore. The downside, suitcase is ruined. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe now with an axe. His whole family's dead, though. It looked peaceful enough for an unexploded atomic bomb stuck in a church tower. The sizable group of people were busy praying to the bomb, chanting something about the holy vision. They sounded really crazy. Also, I found some food. And water. Last thing expedition got us thinking maybe we should just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, we can make a car. You are, if only a few drops of water. If only she survived one more day. We spent 24 days in our shelter. He's not dead! He's right here! Timmy! We spent 24 days in our shelter. All of us are safe. No! Timmy! Timmy's alive. This is bullshit. You know, I think we did pretty